Welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero Part 4. We just entered Act 3 in the last parts and we'll continue from here. So we just got an artificial limb. Tell him about the payment plan in the bill. I don't want to think about that bill right now. Sure, well, you can go over it later. If you have any questions, there's a phone number on the bottom where you can reach the Consolidated Power Company. They'll handle all the billing. I wouldn't put it off too long if I were you. One more thing, don't be alarmed if you experience any side effects of the new Rivno TM. Typically, we see daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states, irregular perception of time. About 15% of patients report a generalized sensation of lateness. Julian's outside. We can head back to your truck. Seems like it's going to be a long chapter. Museum of Dwellings. Is it a museum that I went before? I shattered a window. How are the drugs treating you? I feel a little distracted. I don't like to take medicine. My folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor, or health insurance, or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood, so we only qualified for state programs in small patches before something or other would get contested. And we learned to just pile it on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. If a cut got infected or her migraines were too much to handle, Mom would talk to so-and-so who knew so-and-so, usually another minor, and end up with some pills. And instead of medical advice, every pill came with gossipy anecdotal warnings and superstitions, like all this lore that came with it. Like magic, dangerous, mysterious. Weaver's folks couldn't help. Yep. They have pretty good health care through the university for a while there. A couple times they'd swing something so I got bit with whatever Weaver needed. In high school, Weaver got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart but always going off in different directions. Mind racing, like 5 conversations going on in her head at once. And you are lucky if even one of them is with someone in the room, you know? So she had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school too. Failing my history class, she offered to share the pills. At first it helped a lot. I had a kind of presence and clarity of purpose that I've never really had otherwise. I didn't want to stop taking them. One day I was sitting on my bed, my notebook was open next to me on top of a textbook, and I was holding a pen in my hand. I remember this moment from several years before. It came so suddenly, with such precision, I couldn't put it out of my mind. If I felt, I had to stay with it until I'd recall the whole thing perfectly. It was just a tiny, nothing moment. My mom patching up the side of a birdcage, winding some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image and that sound. The cage kind of bending and twinkling as she worked on it, wrapping and knotting, scraping copper against paint, like bowing a rubber violin with a railroad tie. Okay, that's a very strange way. To say, my parents came back from a triple shift and found me still sitting there on the edge of the bed, paying my hand, delirious with thirst, patching that birdcage with 1,000-yard stare. Poor lady. That medicine must have some side effects. I'm not even looking at what he said to the dog. Can I drive? Head back to 0. I hope these are the right files. I'm pretty sure they're what Lula was asking for, but it was kind of a mess in that storage facility. How do we get back there, though? The entrance at the farmhouse was gone. Let's take another look at the farmhouse. So, how did you get here? It feels like I lost part of the story. Let's ask at the gas station if he knew another route. To the 0. So the only thing we got actually from Act 2 is that when they go down to the mines, there is another way heading to 0, which is not to the surface, which Lula and Joseph and Donald knows. So this is the hospital. And what's this? Interstate 65. The truck's engine splutters and dies as Conway guided carefully off the road next to a fallen tree. We are not going to make it. Make it to the gas station. Nothing to be done. Just won't start up again. Can you take a look at it? I guess I could poke around in there, but I don't know a damn thing about engines. Is this why you always leave your truck running? Wait, it sets up on a hill, so first time it's just died like this. Well, where's the champagne? Anyway, do you know this area? Anyone around here that could give us a hand? Looks like a road crew's been out there. Hey, we should call someone. Do you know a good towing company? Yep, Lucky Boots Collisions and Towing. Here's their card. Of Mercatus Wreck Recovery. I can't read the name and the number, but it looks like a picture of a tow truck. Lucky Boot. Hi, hello. We've got an old, I want to say diesel, old truck just stalled out. So, nothing. Just some nonsense. Ezra, are you bored? I don't mind either. Let's play a game. How about 20 questions? What would you like to play? We can tell the future with this little tree branch. It's pretty easy. Just break off all the little sticks on each section and count through the different things that could happen. What should we ask? It should be about you. I can do both the counting out and the questions. What kind of job will I have next? Doctor, lawyer, taxman, driver. Okay, what else? How will I travel in the future? Motorbike, motorboat, horseback, horse, old truck, new truck. Those are the branches are too bare. Julian. I've stared at that thing too long already. Where'd you get that old map anyway? I found it at the shop. When my parents bought their first car here, it came with a map. I used to sit in the back and pore over it. Aunt Remedios saw me looking at it, I guess, and a few days later she gave me a map she'd bought from Colombia. It looked almost hand-painted, deep, vibrant colors, and rough borderlines like anxious brushstrokes. Really pretty. I slowly traced the coastline with my finger, like I was walking on the beach and say, here we will swim, here we'll start a fire, and here we'll find a cave in the cliff face and go live among the bats for a while. I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get it going again. No point just standing around. How's it looking? The leads are badly corroded, but I'm making progress. That's what I like about working on electronics. It gets easier as you go on. Or you just get used to it. Almost there. Joni, is this the right way? I don't recognize the trees. What's to recognize? Just a bunch of trees. Turn your ears down and focus on the radio, Cricket. Some punks. How far out are we? He doesn't like me. Junebug. I'll tell him you have to get that drain pipe on tape. He would appreciate it, but man, the way those raindrops boom down that thing, I got at least 30 minutes of it. Hey yeah, did you play on this record? Go, wasn't it? Yeah, go. This guy's out of control. I think these are just some nonsense. No, we're already late, so we better keep moving. I just mean, what's another few minutes? Just for a few minutes. Was that him? Who? Lucky, or the tow company? No. Yeah, they're too fast for a truck. I bet they're getting chased by something. Maybe they just have somewhere important to be. Definitely getting chased by something. So you guys are back. stay here. Careful, he's wicked with strangers. Huh, you didn't have to stop, we've got a tow coming. Hear that, Cricket? We didn't have to stop. Oh, why did we stop? That's a good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. So? Oh, we thought you were stopping to help. Oh, sure, something like that. Listen, we've got 2 questions for you folks. What kind of people do you take us for? I mean, how do we strike you? Punk. You seem nice enough. Not sure I follow? Probably from space. I always said you fell from heaven, man. Otherworldly. It's unmistakable. Now there's another question for you. Do you like music? Do you like music? Lisette used to sing taverns in the weekend. Beautiful stuff. Sometimes I like to leave the radio dialed between stations. I don't like music, but I do like sounds. Of course you do. Say they should come to our gig. What an idea. Well, we're waiting for a towel. A towel. I wouldn't hear about it. This time of night you'll be kicking your heels till down. We'll fix your truck up. Me and Droney are a couple of regular gearheads. Why, I just put a new cylinder block in this baby over here. The Sloth on Wheels. That's what we call our bike. We call it the Sloth on Wheels because it's too tired. We'll get you fixed up quick so you can come to the gig. See, we have regular booking tonight and, well, we're running late. Very late. That's what I told them. Now the old man who runs this venue, Harry Esperanza, is a notorious withholder. And if we don't get a few buddies in the crowd, well, he'll go all penny pitching on us. Just a short set. We only have 1 song prepared. You'll come to the gig, won't you? Of course Of course they will. Can you believe we almost didn't stop? Hungry old man, I think I've got a crust in the sidecar here. After all, it's so late. Well, it's all said and done. We stopped. That's all that matters. Our gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over there by Old Charlie Moran Highway, just east of 65. We usually take a ride off the interstate around the arcade. Droney likes the arcade. That place, I just put fresh batteries in my field recorder. Now, let's see about that truck of yours. I feel certain we can get it running. So the story is that they're going to a gig, a concert, or something like that, a ghetto concert, and they're late, so they need some people to make up for it, and they find us. Okay, so it should be on the east of the 65. I see. So it's here, right? Nope. What's this? Few notes. The Lower Depths, over by Charlie Moran Highway, just east of 65. Take a right off 65 around the arcade. Okay. Arcade. What highway? Excuse me. Nope. It's not this way. Take a right. What's that? Just east of 65. Take a right off 65 around the arcade. Nope. Charlie Moran Highway. God. Turn right. Convenience store. Okay. So it's here. I don't know where is right. If I'm going this way, then that's the right hand side, but if I'm going the other way, then it's the left hand side, so it's always confusing. Okay. Kind of late. Are sure they're open? Let's head on in. We're not saints, but we kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? That's lovely, ma'am. Who said it? A point. Junebug. I hate to say it, but the cupboard is bare. Have some vision, Cricket. We've got 1, 2, 4 patrons. Harry doesn't count. Well, we've done more with less. Do you play here often? We have a regular thing here. Harry likes to just book it all up and forget about it. A rough brick between two pieces of stale bread sits in the center of the table, surrounded by a ring of undisturbed dust. A bulky set of black goggles sit on the edge of the table, next to an ashtray, a newspaper, and a few empty glasses. What is it? I guess I don't know. Can I tell you a horrible secret? I never wear eye protection in the shop. It's dangerous, I know. But I'm always looking back and forth from my oscilloscope to whatever I'm working on. And the scope has this peculiar kind of hard-bordered glow that I just... Well, I've never found a pair of goggles or glasses that doesn't smear out that glow. At best, the lens softens everything so you can't quite find the edges. All I'm pouring tonight is hard time whiskey. No coffee. Can't afford to run the AC all night. Shut the GD door, would you? I can't keep this place open through small hours during the night just waiting for musicians. How about some music? There's nobody here to listen to it. I can't pay for... We brought you some people, Harry. Yeah, but also Don't you want to hear some music, Harry? That does sound nice after the day I've had, but Ezra flips eagerly through the jukebox catalogs of songs. What do you think? I don't know how to play this game. I think I must miss something. I don't know where this guy comes from, Ezra. It's from a chapter that I don't know. Maybe I'll know it later. How's it looking out there? How are you all feeling tonight? Can we get a bit more reverb in the monitors? Or actually we did not play through the real chapter 2. That might be the case. Harry adjusts the soundboard behind the bar. Test 1 1 3 50 lamentation. How about you, old man? Take care of that right now. So glad to be back here at the lower depths. So we stopped for an early drink, and there was a lady singing right here on the stage, and the song she sang, well, it stuck with us, and now it's a regular part of our repertoire. Never got that lady's name, but she seemed like a sweet girl, and she had a voice like Scotch whiskey, and we just hope we do her song justice. So here it is, Too Late to Love You. Skip this song. Actually, there's no song. When you left me, I never should have met you. Oh, I should choose. Oh, I see. it if I choose the wrong choice, then it will sing forever. It's horrible. After years. Because you waited too long, it's too late. Oh, it's going back. Finally, you finished. The ceilings are coming back. Thanks God. Okay, so it's a good time to call this apart, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.